Let's take a closer look at all American variations of this beauty from Elvis in Memphis.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's right, Elvis Presley.
Hi there, welcome to Your Elvis Guide. I'm Alexander, and it's been a couple of weeks since I uploaded a video, and I was patiently awaiting a new box to be delivered with 20 or 30 records. And I thought, well, I can wait for that box and then do an unboxing like I did in the previous video. But, well, customs hasn't been very helpful. So I waited and I waited and I thought, well, I was very eager to make a video. So I thought, well, just pick another subject and um, well, upload a video again. And last week, I picked up a very rare variation of this record from Elvis in Memphis. And it was the final um, version I needed to get the series complete, to have a complete series of reissues from 1969 up to 1978. So all variations I now own a copy from. And I thought, well, that would be a great subject to do a video about. So this is the video, and my next video will be the unboxing of some very special and rare reissues that are about to come in from the United States. Okay, from Elvis in Memphis. We all know the record, and this particularly is a beauty with the hype sticker. And the bonus photo. And this first issue is on the orange Deep Groove label, like you can see. And From Elvis in Memphis was released in May 1969 and reached the 13th spot on Billboard's album chart. And that was quite a remarkable result when you consider that most of the soundtrack albums from 1965, 66, 67, 68 didn't reach that high on the album charts. So in a way, Elvis also returned as a serious artist, as a serious singer. And that's the way the press looked at this album. It's today it's considered as one of Elvis' finest studio performances. So, From Elvis in Memphis, by all means, is a remarkable album. So it got repressed over the years quite a bit. And one of those represses is the following version. Same cover, of course. This is the first Indianapolis pressing from the RCA pressing plant in Indianapolis. And like you can see, it's on the orange flat label. This is probably from 1970. But also the Rockaway plant kept on repressing the From Elvis in Memphis in 1970, and that's this version. You can see no difference in the cover, but mine came with a Rockaway exclusive inner sleeve from the Rockaway plant with the, I hope you can see that. Yeah, hope the glare isn't too bad. And this copy is nicely still in the shrink. Also on the orange flat label. And very still, it's 1970, so the vinyl still was very rigid. And then I've been searching for quite a while for the next label variation from 1971, and that's the From Elvis in Memphis on the orange flex label. And I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago when someone on an Elvis forum just posted a link to this album, and I looked, and it turned out to be an orange flex. Now, why is that variation from Elvis in Memphis on the orange flex vinyl, the inner sleeve? You hear it's a flex. It's on the orange label. It's not very flexible. It's not like that you can bend it, but it's flexible, all right. And so why is that so very hard to find? Like also the Elvis, the great Elvis Records website noted that it's a very hard uh, variation to find, and we discussed it at the Facebook page of Elvis Records. For that's a place where Elvis Records collectors gather and discuss issues. It's if you are interested in American pressings, it's a highly regarded place because you get inspired of all the label and cover variations. But why is that particular orange flex of From Elvis in Memphis so rare? Probably they printed quite big runs in 1969 and 1970 on the rigid vinyl. So they had plenty of stock left in 1971 when they switched to the flex vinyl. And so they just needed, for the years up to 1974, 75, they just needed a very small run to meet demand, basically. And that's why, because they still had some rigid vinyls in stock. And that's the logic behind the fact that that variation is so rare. But I found one, and not in the United States, but I found it in the United Kingdom. So that's quite remarkable as well. But that's sometimes that's the way it is with rare records, that you find them on places where you do not expect them. That's the fun part. Okay, that's the 1971 variation on flex vinyl. Then we move to 1976. Again, you know, that's the way how I package my records. I always take the inner sleeves out and then put them in a poly bag. So I don't feel like, I mean, you know how the back side of the sleeve looks like. And those are, it's not like a surprise when I show you the back side. So I leave it this way. But in 1975-76, From Elvis in Memphis was released on the 10 label. And this is an Indianapolis pressing, and this one sounds phenomenal. Then on 1977, RCA switched to the black label with Doc near top. You can see the inner sleeve, it's a little bit yellow, I see. But painted by the time. The black label Doc near top of 1977. And then there's just one more variation I wanted to show you. And this is one I showed you in a previous video. It's From Elvis in Memphis with the AFL1 prefix. And it comes in a white generic sleeve. And this is probably from late 1977, 1978, when all the LSPs and LPMs, or LSPs of course, because in the 70s all record releases were in stereo, so they were all transformed to the with the AFL1 prefix. And you can see that here on the label as well. So we're now in the year 1978. And this is what I wanted to show you. These are all variations from 1969 up to 1978. And this is also the way how I collect. I like to have a complete series of first pressings from the United States, but I also like to have a complete series of all reissues up to 1978. And I will show other complete series in videos soon. Some series I still have to complete because, well, the more you get to the to the very rare records, then it gets more and more expensive. So that's a problem I'm walking into right now. But I hope you like this episode, and I've got some very, very rare reissues coming from the United States. And when the box is in, I expect it to be next week, then I will do an unboxing. I hope I can meet you on the other end. when that video will be uploaded. I hope you like this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. This is it for now. Have a great time. Till the next time. Bye.
Elvis has left the building. I've told you absolutely straight up to this point, you know that he has left the building. He left the stage and went out the back with the policeman, and he is now gone from the building.